Alright YouTubers, welcome back to War Thunder Ground Forces with the Angry Nerd. And today I thought we would take a look at the 3-inch gun carrier. But before we get started, let me say, I'm a prison guard, not a historian. So don't believe anything that I say unless you verify it for yourself. Assume that 90% of what I say is absolute rubbish. That's what my wife does, and that seems to work out pretty well. Okay, so the Carrier Churchill 3-inch gun Mark I was a temporary modification of the Churchill to deal with super heavy enemy tanks until the 17-pounder anti-tank gun was issued. This Churchill variant was mainly a home defense measure and came into being because the British needed to find a weapon that would be powerful enough to defeat heavy German tanks in the event of an invasion. As an expedient measure, it was a quick and effective means of transporting the heaviest possible anti-tank gun on some sort of tank chassis. The British chose the 3-inch 20 hundredweight anti-aircraft gun to fulfill this role, opting to install it in a limited traverse mount on the chassis of a Churchill Mark III tank. The idea of mounting a 3-inch anti-aircraft gun on a tank chassis for use in the anti-tank role was first raised in March 1941 at a meeting of the British Director General of Tanks and the Transport Committee. Then, the committee was advised that the British Defense Committee had requested that the 3-inch anti-aircraft gun be carried in some tanks as a temporary measure until sufficient stocks of the 6-pounder anti-tank gun became available. The obsolete 3-inch 20 hundredweight anti-aircraft gun had been being replaced in the British Army since 1940 by the new 3.7-inch anti-aircraft gun, so a ready stock of the 3-inch anti-aircraft guns were available. Within 2 weeks of the Director General of Tanks and the Transport Committee meeting, the British War Cabinet approved mounting the 3-inch anti-aircraft gun on a tank chassis. A week later, they informed the Defense Committee that the Churchill chassis was the best choice. Vauxhall Motors Limited was asked to design the vehicle, and by the end of April 1941, had more or less completed the general arrangement drawings. Early in July 1941, Vauxhall had completed a wooden mock-up, and the Department of Tank Design issued them a contract. Production began in May 1942, but with the threat of the invasion fading away, the average output was only 1 per week. The contract was completed on November 2nd, 1942. In appearance, the Carrier Churchill 3-inch gun Mark I resembled a standard Churchill Mark III tank, but without the turret. Instead, it had a large, fixed box-type superstructure which housed the main fighting compartment, with the gun mounted low and to the left of the driver's position. Access was either through a hinged door fitted in the rear vertical plate or through a hinged double-door hatch fitted to the roof, which also acted as the commander's cupola, which was rotatable and was equipped with 2 periscopes. Each side plate had a large stowage bin, one mounted forward on the left and the other mounted to the rear and on the right. A number 33 sighting telescope was located in a fabricated bracket in an open aperture in the left upper corner of the front plate, in a position convenient to the gun layer, directly above the driver's visor. As on the Churchill Mark III, the tracks were fully covered and the hull sides retained the square escape doors. Only 50 of the 3-inch gun carriers were built in 1942, but none are known to have been used in combat. Some were issued to Canadian forces, but the unit was disbanded when the 17-pounder anti-tank gun became available and gave the British the necessary firepower to deal with heavy German tanks. Now in War Thunder, the 3-inch gun carrier is a rank 2 with a battle rating of 3.0. It has a 489 horsepower engine propelling the 39-ton vehicle to a top speed of 12.7 miles per hour. It comes equipped with a 76mm OQF 3-inch 20 CWT cannon, and with a maxed out crew you can achieve a reload rate of 6.6 seconds. So what do I think of the 3-inch gun carrier here in War Thunder? Well, first of all, let me explain how I go about reviewing the vehicles. The first thing I do is assign the vehicle that I'm taking a look at to my number one crew. It is my absolute best crew that I have. And then I play it until I get it spaded up, usually. Not all the time, but most of the time. And I play it on whatever map comes up in the rotation, which is probably not the best way to use this vehicle. Because it's slow and is a casement style tank destroyer, there are some maps that it's not going to perform as well on. Some maps you may need a speedier vehicle, a Cromwell or something like that, so that you can get into certain positions and do better that you wouldn't be able to get into with the 3-inch gun carrier. But I play it regardless of whatever map shows up in the rotation. That way I get a look at it in all different environments. Okay, so during my time spading up this vehicle, I noticed a lot of stuff. First off, I was disappointed in the penetration of the 3-inch gun. I was expecting a lot more bang for the buck there. And I also noticed that when you are top tier, this vehicle can be really good. Some of the lower tier vehicles have a problem penetrating the front of this vehicle at range. That being said, T-34s and all of your long-barreled Panzers can penetrate this vehicle with armor-piercing rounds. That includes the long 75mm and the 50mm Panzers. Heat rounds will also pin this vehicle through the front, so be careful when you're facing the short-barreled Panzer IVs. So my personal tactics with the 3-inch gun carrier is that I usually try to go to the sides of the map, depending on what map I get, obviously. But once I get to the side of the map, I try to find cover for the side of the vehicle that has the most map to it and the enemy forces, whether it be a house or a rocky outcropping or something like that. And then I can engage vehicles that come across in front of me, either if they're coming to flank or work their way around the edge of the map. And I have that cover to the side that I don't have to worry about being engaged from the side, from the main portion of the map. And while I'm engaging these vehicles that happen to come in front of me, I try not to let them have unobstructed shots at my front plate, because it can be pinned pretty easily. Once I fire, try to angle the tank a little bit. That little bit of angling can make the difference between a penetrating shot and a not penetrating shot. So while you're reloading, just angle it just a little bit, or back off behind cover, and then come back out, give them the what for, and continue on from there. My main recommendation for using the 3-inch gun carrier is to remember that this is a casement style tank destroyer, and it should be used as a support vehicle away from frontline action. It's very, very slow, and it can be flanked very, very easily. So let's queue up a battle and see what I was able to do with the 3-inch gun carrier. Here we go. Okay, so we picked up Ash River. Now I think I'm going to select the southernmost spawn point. There's only one capture point, so everybody should be heading to that area. Unless somebody's going to sneak up behind, but I can't select it. Here we go. Oh, there's only one. That works. I've got 5 rounds of HE to deal with any light scan targets if I need to. But yeah, I am slow and I'm not going to have the ability to get to my normal spots on the map. So I'm just going to head up the hill here to this Overwatch position. And we're just going to see what we can do from there. Not very exciting, but you know, this is 3-inch gun carrier gameplay. At least it is for me. We're still going up the hill. Now you notice I'm not pulling straight up to the rock. And this dude staying back a little bit. And I would really like it if he would not have come and parked his big Panzer butt right in my way. I have to work around him best I can. Now we got a hit on an M2. Another hit. And he's gone. 3 strikes, he's out. There we go. Let's see. It's a Stug. Oh, just barely hit. Alright, that was decent. Another hit. Come on. There we go. That was a decent hit there. Here we go. Alright, that looked like a Matilda maybe. See if I can get any little piece of him. Now there's plenty of room for us all to work up here if you don't crowd that little opening. Let's see. Oh, I just barely nicked him. He's backing up into me. I would prefer to be a little bit farther back. Oh, that ricocheted. Don't have anything on this guy here. I'm gonna put one downrange just to make sure. Oh. There we go. Missed him, missed him. Got him in the commander's cupola. Looks like a Panzer III. Oh! He hit me, knocked out some of my crew. He pinned me with that long barrel. Switch targets for just a second. My reload is considerably longer now. Got 2 crew members dead. I really need to be angling my tank, but I'm scared if I give up my position here, these guys are gonna like nudge me out. Long reload. Come on, come on. Dang it. I hit him, but dang, got a kill assist. Now, what is this asswipe doing? Really? Why would you pull in front of us? We were just back here playing nice. I can just barely see this guy. I was really hoping he was going to fall off of there. And so, because he went up and obstructed some view, the other 3-inch gun carrier has gone up and it obstructed more. Game is just about over. So long, sucker. Well. Anyway. Got crowded out a little bit, but I think we did okay. It's kind of boring. We just sat in the same spot just shooting at people. I must apologize about that, but that's just how it was. Okay, let's see. Tank Rescuer, Multi-Strike, Teamwork, Professional, Shadow Strike Streak. Destroyed 6 ground units with 2 assists. 4th place in the team. 17,075 Silver Lions. 6, 2, 0 deaths. Not too bad. We'll save it. Okay, so that was a look at the 3-inch gun carrier. Now, I was running a Silver Lion bonus. You can see it flashing there at the lower right hand corner of your screen. Yeah, it's for me, it's not all that exciting of a vehicle to play. It's just there, you know. It can be really good sometimes, and it can be really bad sometimes. And I think a lot of that depends on the matchmaking and the map that you get. So, other than that, I hope that you have enjoyed this look at the 3-inch gun carrier. But before we go, if you are new to my channel, if you're just watching this video, I'm conducting a giveaway of an M10 Achilles starter pack. If you look at my subscriber count, if I have not reached 5,000 subscribers, then the giveaway is still going. So look down in the description and click on the Drive for 5 link there. Watch that video, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment on that video and enter for a chance to win an M10 Achilles starter pack. If you're watching this video and I have already surpassed 5,000, then the giveaway is probably over, and I'm sorry, but hopefully you'll subscribe and stick around, and you'll be here for the next giveaway when I announce that one. So once again, if you liked this look at the 3-inch gun carrier, hit that like button, subscribe if you would. It really helps the channel. You can also check my Facebook page, my Twitter account, and my Twitch account. Those links are also down in the video description. But as always, thanks for watching. Nerd out.